There are some things that I need to preface before we start.
All right.
This is the pilot, which means the characters are going to be more extreme because they're trying to catch people's attention. It'll settle more later, but for now it's going to be really extreme, really awkward. They're trying to get their bearings on animating and everything.
All right, well, I've only seen glimpses of it that you've watched, and I was really confused. So I guess we'll see what happens.
So, The Amazing Digital Circus.
It was amazingly confusing. I have no idea what I just watched.
Well,
no, I'm serious. I don't know what's going on.
There's only one thing we do know, and that is that you are X.
Oh, I'm X.
And I am Z.
And I'm profoundly confused.
Yes.
We're two generations.
Getting along and stuff.
Sharing each other's media and merch.
Yep, I'm getting him into all the stuff that I was watching.
She's already seen it. And apparently 426 million other people have seen it, or at least that's how many views. I cannot believe that many people watched it.
By the way, this is the only merch I own of The Amazing Digital Circus. I really like the show, but this is all I could get. It's of my favorite character so far.
And this is what I could do for primary colors. Bright colors terrifies adults. If you want to scare them,
it terrifies them.
Have them wear something really bright and colorful and go to the office. It'll freak out all the other grown-ups. They won't know what to do.
Speaking of offices, I'd like to know your thoughts, because again, I've already seen it.
Yes.
And we can discuss
and apparently
stuff.
half the Earth as well. So we watched the pilot episode and the second
episode. 2.
My reaction to the pilot episode is, what? And then my reaction to the second episode was, what? No! What?
Everything
what's
is
going on?
Setting up expectations and breaking them.
Okay.
The first 2 episodes obviously are going to be pretty darn traumatic and shocking and in your face, because that's literally how she's experiencing that world.
And what I can gather so far is that she was wearing some kind of VR headset, but on a 90s computer. Then she just appears and she looks like a little weird clown.
Jester, yeah. Kaufmo's the clown.
Anyway, she shows up in Crazy Town.
The Amazing Digital Circus!
And she's surrounded by freaky, weird character things. I don't understand.
All right, so the context that we get is that she has put on a headset from a company called C&A. All of those offices.
The exit doors?
Yeah. Kane said it was an adventure he was trying to create for them, but he never figured out what to put on the other side. So
there isn't an exit.
As far as they know, no exit.
Ragdoll person.
Ragatha.
Okay, she was what was happening to her?
They talked about abstraction. That is what happened to Kaufmo, which was their friend. You remember that big eyeball monster?
Yeah.
That was black and glitching? It's what happens when you essentially lose your mind in this place, is that you glitch out and you turn into this raging monster and you're not the same anymore.
I'm losing my mind in this world trying to figure this out. You got so much more out of this than I did.
Well, I've been watching it for a while.
Did you frame by frame it?
That's what everyone else is doing.
Okay. See, I'm under the impression that when you watch things, it's supposed to be presented to you because you're paying attention to it.
Yes, and then you go back and then you see what other details you missed.
It did originate on YouTube, so...
Yeah, you're supposed to go back.
So the adventure ended, and then we end with Pomni kind of freaking out, and then that's the end of the first episode, is that?
Yes. There's a lot of themes throughout this that you'd have to really be looking for in order to find. So there was one where she was freaking out in that last scene where it was supposed to be looking like the Last Supper, where she's in the middle and then the other characters are off to the side. Another ongoing one is Light and Darkness, where a lot of crazy in-your-face stuff happens when it's really light out, but when it's dark, the characters are able to talk and be real with each other.
All right, so that was the pilot, and it was pretty rough animation.
Yep.
I kind of liked it that it started with 90s pixelated titles and then became
real
thing.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that this was done independently. Glitch Studios is the company that produced this pilot, or or was it
They're
the creators?
providing the creators with the money to create them, yes.
And the creators are called Gooseworks.
The creator, the writer
Yeah.
of this is called Gooseworks.
So the second episode starts where she's having a nightmare.
Yeah.
She's falling, and she was having a nightmare that she was turning into whatever that is. Ragamuffin comes out to...
Ragatha!
Comes to the door, and she's still freaking out. She does a lot of sitting there freaking out.
Yes, because she just got here. I mean, she's supposed to be the stand-in for the audience. So, yeah, she's going to be freaking out quite a bit. This isn't much of a spoiler, but she doesn't stay like that.
Well, I'm like that right now, so...
Good, then she's presenting well.
The ringmaster, who he feels like he's more of a prison warden than he is a ringmaster.
Yeah, he's an AI himself.
He's an AI?
Yes, he's an AI. That's the reason why
I hate him already.
He runs the circus and he presents them with adventures because that's what his programming is. That's all he knows how to do, so he's just presenting.
So he's not even in charge.
He's in charge of taking care of them and making the adventures suited to them.
But why would they do adventures if they're basically living in, like, primary colored hell?
Well, we don't know why they're there, but we do know that Kane runs the circus.
Great. Okay, my brain hurts, like, a lot. Okay, so Pomni gathers herself and then goes around all of them, including Sarcastic Rabbit Boy.
Jax.
Okay, now Jax, his voice sounds a lot like a comedian from the 90s. His name is David Spade.
Okay.
And he was this skinny, whiny little twerp, and he would just rip people a new one.
I'd go crazy, too, if I was forced to join the circus. And really, was Kelly that out of line? Hey, look, I can do 5 pins, and you can't do any. Crunch. Thank you.
He was so funny, but he had this kind of, sarcastic voice to it.
You can't unhear it.
You can't, it's literally, that's who they patterned that voice after. It's perfect casting because that's exactly who that character is.
Yeah.
Kane decides your next adventure is to go to Candyland. They show up to like get the stolen maple syrup from bad guys or something. Princess Sugar, she says, "This is your war rig."
Yeah.
It's this giant truck, and I was like, "War rig? That's like Mad Max." Okay, all right, I'm in.
One of my favorite lines is actually when that happens is when Pomni just goes,
What time period is this supposed to be again?
So we cut to 3 of these little gummy alligators, and they've got their own war rig.
yeah, one has the shortest arms, one has the longest arms.
That was funny. That was funny. Because he was going to grab the guy and he said, "Oh, my arm's too short." But then it cuts so quick I can't laugh because it just keeps going. But anyway.
And then the other guy's just like, my arm's not short enough to
That was funny.
One of my favorite animations there, too, is this small thing. Jax pulls out a bazooka, hits Kinger with it, and Kinger just... And then when he stops, Kinger just stays, and then he pretends he's walking downstairs into the truck, and it's just these little things.
The bad guy truck hits the rock, but then it starts it bounces all over the place. I don't understand what that is.
It's essentially when an object in a game impacts another object, and it makes it glitch out, which is why you hear... That's an impact noise, but when it's glitching, it thinks that it's just hitting it a bunch of times. When it glitches like that, most of the time it sends stuff flying.
Premise here, or was it a preface? I suck at video games, especially modern video games. Okay, I just do. I've never been a really great gamer.
No.
And you have grown up, and your generation lives, breathes, and eats it, and it's part of your DNA. And I had to learn this stuff. Okay, so I have played new video games, but most of the time I just like walking around looking at the environments.
Yep.
Like I got Battlefront, and I just walked around saying, "Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, it's pretty."
It's like, oh no, I don't want to actually play. Like, I am not good. I am not good at it.
You're not good at it because you don't spend as much time doing it.
I have no time.
That's okay. Maybe one day we'll play Minecraft together.
Great. When I'm freaking 90 years old. So they hit the rock, they do this weird bouncy thing, and then they wound up going into the grid from Tron.
That's what's outside of the map. And
I got that part.
You did. Video game developers need models, and when models are made, they're always having their arms out like that.
Oh, okay.
And so they need those lined up to have them ready for when they want to make a scene.
Mannequins or something.
Yeah, pretty much. But they always have it somewhere outside of the map.
Well, then we've got a profoundly deep moment for Gummy Crocodile, Australian.
Gummy Goo.
So he's an NPC, and I know what an NPC is, all right? And he realizes at that point that he doesn't exist and doesn't have a soul and doesn't have an identity.
Yeah, freaking out.
He's having a moment.
Yeah.
And then what I liked about it is that she noticed that he was having a real crisis. She came back and she cared about him. She doesn't want anybody to feel that way, you know, which is kind of heroic because she's already not okay, but she put that aside and cared about him.
Another person.
And I really like that.
It was one of my favorite scenes. I really like Gummy Goo.
They were able to pull the model of the truck out of the development lineup. They somehow get back onto the map.
3 blocks that were also in the development
In front
area.
of the truck?
Yeah.
I thought they were blocks like in front, like in Mad Max, they always have like these weird contraptions to like kill all your enemies,
But
and like it would like
no,
roll
it's
on and
not.
crush them and stuff. I was hoping for that. But anyway.
They put those underneath the truck so that way when they ran it, the wheels would impact with the blocks and they'd shoot up.
Oh, okay. So they use video game physics. The supposed bad guys, who really aren't that bad,
No.
have 2 more rigs. Before they go back, everybody's getting their wits about them, and these 2 gummy alligators are dancing
in the background. Yeah. Do you want to know why they were doing that, though?
Why?
The animators didn't know what to have them do, and so they were bored, and they just decided to do that for the fun of it. Another one that happened was with Ragatha's face in the first episode. When her face was glitching out, they decided to play Pong with her nose between her eyes.
I do love that stuff. That's one fun thing that animators do, is to put those little jokes here and there. It reminds me of those 80s spoof movies where they would have just some ridiculous nonsense happening in the background while 2 people were straight talking.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And you'd just be like...
Wait, what's going on?
So that was funny. Maple syrup is brought back to the village, and they're like, fine, you can go. And then Jax makes some comment about how he unleashed some terrible thing that's about to happen to their world anyway.
You don't have to explain the entire plot.
I'm trying to explain it to myself because I don't understand what's going on.
Okay. All right. The horrible thing that Jax was unleashing was the fudge monster. He was saying, like, I was eating all of their citizens and everything.
Oh, I remember that. That was funny. Is it murder if it's delicious?
When he said, oh, I guess I didn't leave the door open for nothing anyway. He just allowed the fudge monster to come back and terrorize their land.
Because he's a jerk.
Yes.
Gummy Goo starts seeing what the digital circus looks like. He feels like he could possibly belong here, and Pomni's really happy. And then Kane shows up and wigs out, and then he just
Thanos
freaking kills him.
He just Thanos
annihilates him right there.
Yep.
And I'm just like, what? Because I was weirdly emotionally invested in the Gummy Gator.
Yeah.
And he just instantly just gone.
He says, I can't have NPCs here because then I'll lose track of who's an NPC and who's a human.
It just seemed really cruel.
He's an AI. He doesn't know that it's cruel.
Well, he's evil, and AI is probably evil. I've watched enough movies to tell me.
He's watched Terminator.
Stop making friends with it. It's going to kill you. Okay?
Anyways.
They have a funeral for the clown, who none of us know.
But they know.
Pomni is, toward the end, she weirdly feels comforted by being around everyone because she had like some glimpse of the nightmare that she had before.
She was reaching up, and the 3 hands that catch her are Zubal's hands, Gangel's hands, Ragatha's hands. She realizes, hey, these are real people that really do care, and I'm not alone.
This has become exceedingly popular in
Yes.
2.5 years.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
It's deep, but it's also light. It's what we've grown up with, as well as like our future and facing it.
It's trauma bonding in hell.
It's a simplification, but it's not wrong. People from my generation, we've gone through a lot of crap and we don't know what to do with it. And there's not usually, like, I can talk to you, but there's a lot of people from my generation that can't really talk to their parents. A lot of what we grew up with was video games and animation, and unfortunately now AI, and
you all went through the dark times.
the time we don't say on YouTube.
During that, a lot of people were just viewing anything and everything that was online because they couldn't go out and do anything. And
And a lot of that was video games.
This particular series seems to have successfully played with those, but then came up with something
New out of it. The entire show is based off of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is a book that was made into a video game. Now, this is not necessarily a different telling of it, but it's definitely inspired by it.
I just got introduced to this crazy world. Apparently, there's several more episodes to go.
By the time that we finish this series, we should be able to watch 8 and 9.
I'm actually pretty curious to see where we go from here. Thank you for showing it to me.
I really hope that you enjoy the rest of the series too, because, again, I can't wait to talk about this dude. He is a jerk. I would never want to meet him in real life.
Well, if you enjoy my furrowed brow and my quizzical expressions, please like, share,
and subscribe.
And then go on our Patreon to fund my therapy bills after watching stuff like this, because I don't know what's going on. But thank you for watching. I'm X.
And I'm Z. And this was the Amazing Digital Circus.
The Amazing Digital Circus!
That was amazing. That was great. Oh my god.
You like that?
Yes, that was fun.
Maybe we'll do more the next time. Gotta clear my throat.